So you're thinking about moving to Dallas in 2026? Before you start packing your boxes, before you quit your job, before you tell your family that you're leaving, you need to watch this video. My name is Luke. I'm a local realtor here in Dallas. And here's the thing. I moved here too. I was not born in Dallas, Fort Worth. I packed up my life. I moved to Texas, and I'm going to give you the real deal, not the fluff, not the BS, just actually what you need to know. By the end of this video, you're going to know if Dallas is the right place for you, what it actually costs to live here, and whether 2026 is the right time for you to make your move. First things first, what does the market in Dallas look like right now in 2026? Here's the deal. The median home price in Dallas is sitting around $450,000 to $460,000 depending on where you're looking at. Now, I know you're probably thinking,
wait, I thought Texas is supposed to be extremely affordable.
It is compared to California, New York, Chicago, Florida, anywhere else in the United States, but you're gonna get way more house here for your money. You're looking at a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2,500 to 3,000 square foot brand new home with possibly a media room and a game room depending upon the area that you're looking at. So no, we're not in 2015 anymore, but you get a ton of home here for your money. We have had massive growth in the DFW area. People are flooding into Texas from all over the United States, and that's driving up prices. This is the important thing. The market is actually balancing out a bit. We're not in that crazy 2021 to 2022 market, so it's no longer a war zone. You can actually negotiate in this market. You can get your inspections covered. If you have repairs, you can get those covered as well. You're not competing with 15 other buyers on day one. So it's 2026 still a good time to buy? I would say yes. If you're serious about moving here, don't wait for things to be perfect. There is no perfect moment. Interest rates are what they are. You can always refinance later, but you can't hop into a time machine and come back and get a home at today's price. Okay, so let's talk money because that's what everyone wants to know, right? How much do I actually need to live in Dallas? So here's the breakdown. Housing, like I said before, the median house price is around $450,000, but you can still find a great home in the $300,000 to $400,000 range, but you have to be willing to look a little further north and a little further east. Areas like Prosper, Celina, McKinney, Anna, and Melissa are blowing up right now. That's where the growth is happening. Okay, so let's get into the real talk. Let's talk about these property taxes. Property taxes in Texas are high. We're talking about anywhere between 2 to 2.5% of your home's value every single year. So if you buy a $400,000 house, you're looking at paying anywhere between $8,000 and $10,000 a year in property taxes. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That is a lot. But here's the kicker. We don't have state income tax, baby. None. Zero. Zilch. No state income tax at all. I recently ran the numbers for a client of mine that's moving here from a state where he's paying state income tax. When you factor in what you save on state income tax, the property taxes basically balance out. And for most people, you're coming out ahead. If you're making $100,000 a year and you're paying 8% state income tax before, that's $8,000 that you're saving every single year just by living in the state of Texas. That's literally your property taxes right there. Another expense that you're gonna have here is your AC in the summer. Your electric bill is gonna be anywhere between $200 and $300 in June, July, August, September, probably going into October as well. Just in case you didn't know, it's hot here. Home insurance is a little bit higher as well because we have hailstorms. Gas here is cheaper as well than it is in most places. You're gonna drive everywhere you need to go here because everything in Texas is spread out. If you hop in the car and your GPS says 30 minutes, that's a good drive. Bottom line, Dallas is not the cheapest place in America, but it's way more affordable than the coast, and your quality of life here, absolutely amazing. Your dollar goes so much further here in Texas. And look, I know that this is a lot of information to process. So if you've got specific questions about your situation, like what you can afford or where you should be looking based on your budget, just give me a text. Seriously, my number's on the screen right now. I do this all day, every single day. Shoot me over a text message. I'll get back to you right away and we'll start helping you find your dream home right here in the beautiful state of Texas. All right, let's keep this going. So where should you actually live in Dallas? That's the great question I get all the time. And here's the thing, Dallas is huge. We're talking about 9,000 square miles for the whole DFW Metroplex. So Dallas can mean a lot of different things. Here are the top spots that people are moving to right now, starting with the North Dallas suburbs. Frisco, Prosper, McKinney, Celina, this is where families are going. You have amazing schools, brand new homes, master plan communities with pools, parks, hike and bike trails, everything everything that you could desire. In Frisco, you have the Star. That's where the Cowboys headquarters is. Universal Studios is coming as well. You have PGA headquarters. It's booming right now. Prosper and Celina, they're a bit smaller, more of that small town vibe, but still close to everything, literally right across the street from Frisco. Plano and Allen is more established. You have great schools there. And then you have Dallas proper, which includes Uptown, Downtown, Deep Ellum, Bishop Arts, and other districts as well. If you want the city life, walkable neighborhoods, nightlife, restaurants, this is it. You're paying more for less space, but you're in the middle of the action. You have East Dallas like Lakewood, White Rock. They're older neighborhoods, more character, mature trees, close to White Rock Lake, great for young professionals and families who want that neighborhood feel but still need to be close to the city. Then you have your Fort Worth side like South Lake, Grapevine, Colleyville, a bit more expensive but amazing schools as well. South Lake is like the Beverly Hills of DFW. My advice is to figure out where you're working first, and then we can look at suburbs within 20 to 30 minutes away from there. Okay, so let's talk about what it's actually like to live here. The good, the bad, and I wouldn't say ugly, but the stuff nobody tells you. So let's start with the job market. Dallas has more corporate headquarters per capita than anywhere else in the United States. I'm talking about Toyota, Liberty Mutual, State Farm, JP Morgan Chase, AT&T, American Airlines, the list goes on and on and on. So the opportunity for employment is actually here. If you're in the tech, finance, healthcare, there are a ton of jobs. No state income tax. Remember I told you that earlier, no state income tax. This place is full of new restaurants, new developments, new everything. This place is actually alive. You can actually afford a house here with a yard. Try doing that in San Francisco. The people here are actually friendly. Southern hospitality in Texas is real, y'all. I mean, just think about going to the grocery store and every time I'm there, I spark up a conversation with a random person that asks me how my day is going. But I gotta be real with you. It's hot here in Texas. I mean, like hot. 100-degree in the summer hot. You basically live inside of your AC. But hey, no shoveling snow, right? Everything is pretty much spread out here, so you're gonna need a car. Public transportation does exist here, but this ain't New York City or Chicago. You're gonna drive everywhere you need to go. So it's flat, you got fewer trees. If you're coming from somewhere with mountains or forests, Dallas is not the same. It's pretty flat. There are trees, but this is not the Pacific Northeast or New England. And another thing, guys, tornado season is real. Spring storms can get pretty intense. The first Wednesday of every month, you're gonna hear the trumpet sound. The first time that I heard that, I thought Jesus was coming back. I didn't know what was happening here. It's something that you get used to, but honestly, I haven't seen a tornado since I've moved here to Dallas, Fort Worth. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the traffic is crazy. Tons of people moving here, so 635 and 75 could be crazy during rush hour. But I tell people all the time, I chose to move here. I could have moved anywhere else in the world, but I picked Dallas. Why? Because the opportunity here is insane. The quality of life is amazing. And honestly, the energy here is just different. People are building stuff, starting businesses, making things happen right here in Dallas. So should you move to Dallas in 2026? Here's my take. If you're thinking about it, stop overthinking. The market has stabilized. You're not going to get priced out like you would have in 2021. The interest rates are what they are, but you can always refinance. You can negotiate with the sellers nowadays. And here's the thing, Dallas is still growing, and it's going to be growing year over year for the next 7 to 10 years. More companies are moving here. More jobs are coming. More development is happening. Waiting isn't going to make it cheaper. If anything, prices are going to continue to climb year over year. If you got a job lined up, or if you can work remote, if you're ready for the heat and the lifestyle, you want more space and more opportunity, 2026 is a great time to make that move right here to Dallas. If you're actually ready to do this, not just think about it, I want to help you. I've got a link in the description where you can grab a time on my calendar, or you can scan the QR code that's on the screen. It's completely free, no pressure. We'll hop on a call. I'll ask you about your timeline, your budget, what you're looking for, and I'll give you the straight truth about what's realistic and where you should be looking right here in Dallas, Fort Worth. I went through this same exact process when I moved here, so I know how overwhelming it could be. Let me take some of that stress off of your plate. And hey, even if you're not ready to jump on a call yet, that's cool. Just hit the subscribe button. I'm dropping new videos every single week. I've got suburb breakdowns, home tours, market updates, comparisons between neighborhoods, all the stuff you need to figure this out. And if this video helped you at all, do me a favor and drop a comment down below. Tell me where you're moving from and what you're most excited or nervous about when it comes to moving to Dallas, Fort Worth. I read every single comment and I'll respond directly to you. Remember, you can text me anytime. My phone number is on the screen. That's the easiest way to get in touch with me directly. I appreciate you watching this. Let's make this move to Dallas happen. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.